In last week's video we started the Gibb River Road exploring Tunnel Creek, Winjana Gorge and Bell Gorge. If you haven't checked that out, you can go check that out now. And in this week's video we check out Manning Gorge and head up to Mitchell Falls. This is a campsite at Manning Gorge. Had to pay last night at Mount Barnett Station at the service station. So quite a lot of room all through here, and then you got showers and toilets over there. The service station actually had a lot of food and that, so very easy to supply or stock up with supplies there. It will just be a little bit expensive, but yeah, they had plenty of food and like frozen stuff as well, so meat, yeah, so it was pretty well stocked. I was very surprised. We will manage to get fuel there as well. They had diesel and unleaded, so yeah, well worth stopping in. And then we had to pay there to be able to stay here, and we're gonna try and cross the gorge this morning. I think it was freezing last night when we felt it, and we're just gonna cross the gorge and then begin the walk. Yeah, thank you.
All yours.
We'll see you over there.
See you there, mate. Oops, sorry.
No, you're all good, I got it.
There you go.
Thanks. Yeah. We made it across the water crossing. Yeah, the tubs normally, apparently they used to have some rope that you'd be able to pull them back across from the other side, but that wasn't working, so people would have to swim them back across. But yeah, it was a little bit cold, but not too bad. Quite a nice little swim. But yeah, those tubs, just put your clothes in, and then you were able to, yeah, get all your stuff across nice and dry. Now we're doing the walk. There was a freshwater croc seen there yesterday, but with so many people going across, you don't really feel unsafe at all. But yeah, definitely worth going across there, and everyone swims there in the arvo, so if you want to stay at the campsite, then you've got free access all day to that little waterhole. We're at the top of a little hill. Gotta keep walking on down. The walk's been pretty easy, just doing it in thongs. So both my GoPros went flat, but yeah, how awesome is that? I swam right under there just as went around the corner, just as the GoPro went flat. But yeah, awesome. So many people here. So that is a powerful waterfall. Really slams your head when you're under it. But yeah, awesome. So big when you're under there. Doesn't really look too big now. But yeah, awesome when you're under there. We've pulled up to the Gibb River free campsite. There's a lot of people on the river. we've got here, and it's 4:45, so probably want to get here early. We've probably got the last couple of spots on this south side. Don't know about the north side, but I don't think there was as many spots. But yeah, the water, there isn't a lot of water. A lot of this riverbank is fully dry all the way up to the top, but there is some water down here. But as you can see, there's so many campers all along there, and we've had to camp around the back of that. And then there's a heap down there, and then on the other side there was campers on both sides. We didn't go across to find out, we just managed to find a spot here. There's no more room up that end. We managed to sneak down here, but it is a little bit boggy over on that side, so we might have to just reverse out tomorrow. Shouldn't have an issue. Oh yeah, we're just pretty much pulled up on some sand. And yeah, that's camp. Gonna get a fire going in this little section I just dug out, clean some of the dead shrubs around it, and yeah, we'll get a fire going. I'm going to get some bread going tonight. I've just got some plain flour and then got some yeast as well. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar. So what I'm going to do, probably ideally would rather a larger Ziploc bag, but this is all we've got. So hopefully it works all right. So I'm just going to put some flour in here. And then some yeast. So now this is open, I'm going to have to put it in the fridge. It does say 2 teaspoons of yeast per 500 grams of flour. So this will be 2 teaspoons to half of this. So I use sort of, I don't know, a quarter of that. So I'll just put a little bit in here. That'll do. Now I don't know how much sugar to use. I'm just going to do 1 teaspoon of sugar. And then some table salt. Same thing, I don't know how much, I'm just going to put a random amount. That'll do. So that was maybe, yeah, maybe just over a teaspoon or something, or around a teaspoon. Just going to sort of give that a pre-mix. So I've added some water to that. I'm just going to mix it all up, see what sort of consistency this is. I'm going to use this later on tonight, so I'm probably just going to leave it out here, whereas you can see it in the fridge. So I think I absolutely fluked the amount of water to put in there. I'll seal this up, so pretty much all that is just that sort of doughy consistency. I do have the fire burning down behind me. I just put a lot of the smaller sticks down on there, so then I'll get some coals quickly. And then I'll put on the bigger logs later on once I sort of split the fire up a bit, get some of the coals out, and then put the big logs on to keep the fire going for some of the night. So I'm going to start getting some food in the camp oven. We're going to have some potatoes and just some sort of chicken bite sort of things. This bread that I prepared earlier, all of it you can see starting to bubble up and rise. So yeah, that was coming along nicely. So I'll leave this again to the side. We'll use the camp oven for the fire, and then we will, yeah, have a feed and then have some, I guess, bread for dessert. The kit I'm using is a Hillbilly camp oven. It's a camp oven I've had for a few years, which is a great bit of kit. Yeah, it's got a couple of different levels in here, so I can put the potatoes on the outside and then the chicken on the inside. On the bottom I'm going to put this stand, so gets the airflow underneath so the coals don't just completely die. So I'm going to sit this on the bottom and put a little bit of coals underneath, not much, and then the rest of the coals will go on top. That's the potatoes just there. So I'm just going to get some coals and put some coals on the top. So I've just opened up the camp oven and they're looking pretty good on one side, especially the side closest to the fire. So I'm just going to spin them around. I would recommend having a welding glove, just makes it a lot easier dealing with the hot camp oven and not worrying about grabbing anything hot. Now ideally you wouldn't really want to have your fire so close to your camp oven, but Sinead is cold, so just stoking the fire. But yeah, you'd have a separate sort of fire for your camp oven, so it wouldn't be so hot on one side, but we can just spin the camp oven around if we want. So we just had some chicken bites in there. We didn't realise that we were sort of getting low on meat, and all our other chicken is frozen, so yeah, we'll just tuck into this. Pretty simple tonight, but then we'll get some bread on as well. So we've taken out the potatoes and the chicken, just got the camp oven back on here. I'm just gonna put in this bread. We did take out that little ring where the potato sat on, so now I've just got a traditional camp oven. So I'm gonna take this lid off and then put in the bread. Same thing, you want a lot of heat on the top rather than on the bottom. It's got that sticky mess there, it's not a lot, but we'll just put that into a bowl and then put that into the camp oven. That's the result of the potatoes and chicken. So potatoes turned out super good. Just checking the bread, flipped it over once ready, just to be able to get the bottom a little bit. And yeah, it looks pretty close. I might just take it out now as we're keen to head to bed, and we will give it a tester. That is the bread there. It's not looking too bad at all. I'm just gonna cut it open and see what it looks like. Could have done with slightly longer maybe. It's not too bad. Probably just needs to sit for a few minutes. Got some creamed honey here. Looks a bit different now, but it's delicious. So I'm going to put on some butter and some creamed honey. Butter and honey, the Outdoor Boys special, eh? So that's creamed honey. Delicious. Well, there's not much bread left, but that was absolutely delicious. Yeah, that creamed honey, I love that. And yeah, quite a simple way to do it. Just plain flour, pretty simple. I'm at the King Edward River crossing on our way to Mitchell Falls. This one is the longest and deepest crossing on the track from what I've been told. It is, yeah, quite long. I don't really exactly know how deep it is. I can see clear rocks over there. I did see a little video of someone crossing it. It was, yeah, semi-deep, but not too bad. So hopefully it is actually alright. and being rocky ground, like all this stuff's pretty rocky, so yeah, I'm not too concerned about traction and that. So yeah, we'll just take it nice and easy and continue our way through. So just had a look at the water level. The water ended up getting up to here and up to there. So on me, that's quite high. So this is the water we just crossed. We've just gone up to the campsite and yeah, checking it out. Gonna have some lunch out from the car park. But yeah, we thought we'll have a quick look down here. Pretty cool. There are freshwater crocs in here, plus like some other stuff like sooty grunters and that. So yeah, pretty cool. There is a ladder here, obviously dedicated for swimming.
How's the waterfall? That's pretty awesome. Not as big as the other ones, but there's a lot of water pumping out of here. Yeah, great spot for a campsite. We're going to keep on moving though, and we're going to camp up towards what was called the Mitchell Falls campground. I can't remember what it's called now, but yeah, this is well worth a stop over to have a look and even to camp the night.
We did call into Drysdale just to stock up on some more fuel, make sure we had enough fuel to get up to Mitchell Falls, and then just to grab some more milk. They didn't have anywhere near the same amount of supplies as the Mount Barnett station did. So I would recommend going to Mount Barnett station priority if you need to get some stuff. That would be the main stop off, I'd say, so far that we've seen. We made it to the Mitchell Falls campground. Can't remember the new name for it, but yeah, it sort of took us around about 3 hours from the last campsite that we saw, that little waterfall. We also stopped for a little bit of firewood, so yeah, sort of added a little bit of time, but yeah, it was slow going. We probably averaged about 30 to 40 k's an hour. The first section was super corrugated, and then after that it wasn't too bad, just a few little sort of water puddles and stuff, but yeah, all in all not too bad. And we're gonna enjoy the night. We've got apparently it's a 5-hour walk that we just realized, so yeah, we're gonna enjoy the night and then get up early so we can get into that walk. We are walking on the Mitchell Falls Trail right now. We're just here at the little Mertens Falls. It's just a smaller one before we continue on to, I think it's a large Merton Falls, and then the Mitchell Falls itself. So this is just over an 8k walk return, so it's probably, yeah, just about a 4k trip there. little snake. It's all good. This is Merchant Falls. Gonna walk over here by the water. You can hear a little bit of water running over the edge, and we'll sort of walk across the rocks. That's a nice steep drop down there. Alright, that's very steep. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy steep. This is awesome. Alright, how's that? That is so far down. Holy, that's awesome. How's that pool? That's pretty nice. Something different with all the lilies growing, all the flowers. Not something I'm used to. Now back on the walk trail. That there was the Merchant Falls. We're gonna continue on through to Mitchell Falls now. Made it to Mitchell Falls. How good is that? Yeah, it looks quite small in the video, but yeah, it's very big. So all over there is just crazy amount of water coming down. Well worth checking it out. It is a decent walk, so definitely take enough water. But yeah, well worth checking out. How awesome is this? You can do a helicopter ride over the Mitchell Falls area. So there's a helicopter right up there. Hard to see, but sort of shows you how large these waterfalls are when the helicopter is very small, and they're just getting an aerial view of all this. That'd be pretty awesome. It is quite expensive, but yeah, depending if you want to do it, you can definitely do that rather than walk in. Now that fall looks tiny. That's probably about, well, say 10 meters high. So just that fall alone is 10 meters high, plus the rest of it. Sort of shows you how big it all is. That's awesome. The helicopter lands somewhere over there, and you do a little walk in down this path all the way down to here. But that is just awesome. Hard to sort of show how big that really is, but yeah, massive. Thanks for watching this week's video. I'd love to get a few comments down below. Thank you to everyone who has commented in the past. Next week we continue on in the Gibb River Road. We're staying at Elquest Road tonight.